Welcome to The Explainer. Today we're doing something a little bit different. We're going to break down a sales pitch. The product? A website security tool called Soteria. And honestly, its pitch is a masterclass in how to build up fear, crank up the stakes, and then, of course, swoop in with the perfect solution. So let's dive in.
Right out of the gate, they don't mess around. The pitch just goes straight for the gut. It hits you with this super direct question and is designed to make anyone who owns a website immediately feel that little pang of, uh-oh, am I at risk? And to make that feeling of urgency very, very real, they drop this number on you, 30,000. According to the pitch, that's how many websites get hacked every single day. That's a statistic that's meant to make a cyber attack feel less like a maybe and more like a when.
So, what's the big new danger? Well, the pitch introduces a really fascinating villain here, weaponized AI. The argument they're making is that the very same tech we thought would protect us is now the #1 tool making hackers smarter, faster, and way more automated than they've ever been before. Okay, so the problem's been set up. Now the pitch shifts gears into what marketers call agitation. See, it's not enough for you to just know there's a threat. They want you to feel the pain of it. So what really is the cost of a breach?
And this is where it gets personal. To make the threat feel totally real, they stop using big, abstract numbers, and they tell a story. We hear about a small, local bakery that lost 80% of its traffic in just 2 days after a hack, and then, poof, the whole business was gone. It's a heartbreaking, totally relatable example. The next story comes at you from a completely different angle. It's not just about losing website traffic, it's about straight-up extortion. A small health clinic gets hit with ransomware. And notice the double whammy here. It's not just the $17,000 ransom, but another $200,000 in losses while they were shut down. Just pure financial devastation.
Now, right at the moment, you might be thinking, okay, this is scary, but it only happens to small businesses. The pitch does something really smart. It strategically zooms way out. The message becomes crystal clear. Nobody is safe. This threat is everywhere.
And to prove it, they roll out the big guns. This table is all about shock and awe. We're looking at household names, critical infrastructure. Marks & Spencer, the Colonial Pipeline, getting hit with 9-figure losses and multi-million-dollar ransoms. The scale of it is just meant to be staggering. And after showing you those corporate giants, the pitch snaps right back to the most vulnerable. It hits you with this absolutely chilling statistic. 60% of small businesses are gone within just 6 months of a cyber attack. This is really the emotional peak of the whole agitation phase of the pitch.
Okay, so the problem has been laid out, the fear is real, you can feel it, and then, right on cue, the pitch pivots. It's time to introduce the hero of the story, the Soteria solution.
So what even is Soteria? Well, pay attention to the wording here. It's not just a tool. Oh no, it's a complete website protection ecosystem. They use these really powerful phrases: AI-powered detection, auto removal, and, this is a big one, a full agency setup kit. It's being framed as the one, single, all-in-one answer to everything. And here it is. This is the core promise. They lay out 5 key results. Now, the first 3 are designed to directly fix the fears they just built up in you. No more downtime, no data leaks, no lost sales. But then, look at promises 4 and 5. They throw in this totally new angle. Suddenly, it's not just about defense. It's about offense. It's about launching a business.
So, how does Soteria claim it can deliver on all these massive promises? Well, the pitch breaks it down into 2 main parts. First, let's look at the core idea: simple, powerful website protection.
The key message they're hammering home here is just overwhelming simplicity. It's pitched as this dead simple 3-step process. Add your site, get the AI-powered fixes, and then flip a switch to activate. This whole framing is like the perfect antidote for any non-technical person who is terrified by those disaster stories from earlier.
All right, now we get to the second part of the solution, and this is where the pitch gets really, really ambitious. It stops being just a shield and it becomes a sword. It goes from a defensive tool to a ready-made business in a box.
And just like the protection part, this whole agency angle is framed as a super simple 4-step process. The pitch claims the tool will find clients for you, contact them for you, fix their sites with one click, and then
It'll even handle the payments. It is the ultimate business-in-a-box promise. So, after building up the stakes and presenting their amazing solution, the pitch moves in for the close. It's all designed to frame this decision as a clear, simple, and final choice.
And here it is, the heart of the entire closing argument. This is such a classic move, right? A direct side-by-side comparison that basically boils the whole pitch down to one single decision. On the left, you've got the world of fear and risk they just spent all that time describing. And on the right, the promised land of proactive protection and even profit. The choice is designed to feel completely obvious.
And the pitch just leaves you with this one last, provocative question. It completely reframes the whole conversation. It pushes this idea that with all these AI-driven threats out there, being proactive about security isn't really a choice anymore. It's a necessity. It's a really powerful closing thought, designed to get you to move from just thinking about it to actually doing something.